You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and today we have another amazing show lined up for y'all. We have an amazing guest today. We have former CNN host Chris Cuomo. He is host of Cuomo on NewsNation, and we have a big thing that we're talking about today. It's a special coming on Monday, July 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Crime in America. It's a special town hall hosted by Chris Cuomo. First and foremost, sir, how are you doing today?
I'm blessed, and blessed for the opportunity. Thank you for giving it to me.
Yes, sir. So tell us about this special presentation, this special town hall, and let us know what viewers can expect from this.
So 2 hours, 3 major cities, live audiences. We're going to get back to talking about what matters most to the most people in this country. That's the job at NewsNation, is to get away from the parties, get away from left and right, and get back to reasonable talk. Crime is a reality, always has been, always will be. But how we talk about it and how we address it will absolutely decide what happens with it, whether we go forwards, backwards, and sideways. And we're going to have people talk about their concerns addressed by people who do policing around the country and the mayors who are trying to lead different populations in different ways. And we'll look at what works, what doesn't, what makes sense, and what doesn't. Just regular conversation, which we've gotten away from because other negative stuff works better. But this is the antidote.
You also will be joined by law enforcement who will also share their firsthand experiences of fighting violence and also providing some potential solutions for the rising problem.
Yeah, but they're not just fighting violence, right? They're fighting poverty. They're confronting mental health. They're dealing with different forms of desperation and need. And that all matters. You know, it is a very ignorant way to look at crime that we often fall into, which is that we all see it as the same thing. Bad people do bad things. That's true. But crime's a lot more complicated than that. And if you want things to get better in your society, you got to open your eyes and see the realities. You know, it's easy to say, bail reform, you're letting bad guys go. Okay, judges need to have discretion. And some of these laws didn't give the right amount in the right ways. But there's also no question that there are a lot of people rotting in jails all around this country who are probably not guilty of the crimes, but they don't have the means to get out. That's not fair either. So you got to have an open-eyed conversation about things, but that's not what our politics promotes. Our politics promotes real simple understandings that blame one side or the other. It's no good, man. So we're going to try and get away with it Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, and try to do it better.
And also this being the mayors, law enforcement officials, and business owners among those who are working to fight this problem of crime daily, what's some of the things that you hope their questions are answered clearly?
How they deal with different problems in different places in different ways. What have they learned about what works and what doesn't? And to allow people who are living the reality, you know, not just the politicians and the police players, to express how they feel and what makes sense to them and what doesn't. That's the beauty of conversation when you can get outside just the regular old blame game and competition for power.
And with you being with NewsNation, tell a little bit about the audience, those who may not be caught up to speed about this awesome platform, why they should tune in to NewsNation and why they make such a big difference.
I'll tell you, it's new. We're figuring it out. But I know this much. I've worked at Fox, ABC News, CNN, great places. Well, 2 of the 3 anyway. This place is different. It's the only place I've ever worked that's more movement than media company. And it's not about left and right. It's about trying to be reasonable on things, letting everybody speak, but you got to check everybody. And that makes it different. And I'm not a new person. I'm not a different person. I went through some stuff. Everybody does. I'm still going through it. But that's life. Life is struggle. So I'm just trying to help people get to a better place of understanding what's happening in the world around them. And NewsNation is really helping out with that. And the proof is what you'll see Monday night.
And last question for you. Speaking of a better place, you yourself as a professional, you are a seasoned professional doing big things with an amazing platform. What's your advice for those out there who are striving in their career, who continually want to make it like yourself?
Well, first of all, I tell people to aim higher than me. Be true to yourself and talk about what you know. And if you want to cover the world around you, make sure that you got clear eyes on it and that you're not just looking at it in a way that somebody is telling you to or that seems to be the right way. Be true to yourself. And even if it works, great. If it doesn't, you know you didn't compromise what matters most, which is what you're about. And that's the key in everything. I mean, the media is a tricky business, but life is a tricky business. You want to be a parent. You want to be a partner. You want to be a friend. All of these things are tricky. All of these things require that at the end of the day, you keep first things first, and that you always make matter what matters most to you. And we get lost on that, and we start chasing ambitions, and we start chasing the eternal quest for more, and trying to fit in, and we get lost. So, 53 years in, I'm a daddy. I'm a husband. I'm a friend, I'm a fisherman, I'm a media guy, I'm a fighter, and I fail at all of them with stunning regularity. But that's life. And all I try to do is just stay fixed on what matters most to me, which is trying to be helpful to the people around me and trying to give as much as I can and to be very appreciative of whatever I get, but to expect nothing. And in the media, that winds up translating into knowing why you do it. Being yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else because it's not going to work over time. And never lose touch with how the people you care about see what you're talking about.
Great words from Chris Cuomo. You can go watch Crime in America on NewsNation Monday night, July 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, Chris, I want to say thank you for your time, sir.
I appreciate you and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for giving it to me.